Hey everybody, I'm Evan Hammonds for bloodhorse.com and welcome to After the Wire, which is brought to you by EquiAid, the makers of Bodybuilder and other fine natural products. While it was a relatively quiet weekend racing-wise, we did get to see an exciting new player on the Triple Crown front in the slop at Belmont Park this past weekend. When we last saw Freedom Child, he was unable to break with the field in the Wood Memorial Stakes because an assistant starter was still holding on to him when the gates opened. A confirmed frontrunner was taken out of the race from the start, changed the dynamic of the race, and it may have had an effect a month later in the Kentucky Derby, which he didn't qualify for. However, his front-running score in the Peter Pan Stakes will have an effect on the Belmont Stakes, whether or not we have a Triple Crown bid on the line. Speaking of lines, company lines in past performances are a vital key to handicapping. Let's look at Freedom Child's company line from his second career start on November 24th last year at the Big A. Going a mile in a $67,000 maiden special weight race, Freedom Child led throughout but was passed in the lane, finishing second by 2 lengths to a horse named Orb. Freedom Child did have another 2 1/4 lengths on the third place finisher, a colt named Revolutionary. That might be the ultimate key 2-year-old race of 2012. Freedom Child, breaking from the inside in the Peter Pan, didn't have the most alert start at Belmont Park, but quickly found his way to the front. Race was essentially over, as he clearly relished the off-going, while the others struggled to keep their feet under them in the sloppy going. Now, Freedom Child bore out in the lane, but was still pulling away from the field. And with a 4-week gap to the Belmont, trainer Tom Albertrani will have ample time to prepare his colt for the test of the champion. 2 things of note here: both Albertrani and Shug McGahee, trainer of Orb, are based at Belmont Park, so their horses are right at home over Big Sandy, and both 3-year-olds are by Malibu Moon, the hottest sire in the land right now, with the Derby winner and now the Peter Pan winner in back-to-back weekends. For more on Spendthrift Farms' Malibu Moon, I suggest you read the cover story of this week's edition of The Blood Horse. As for the bottom side of Freedom Child's pedigree, her second dam is City Band, winner of the Grade 1 Oakleaf Stakes in 1996, and is from the immediate family of American Lion, who won the Illinois Derby a couple of years ago, and is a Darby Dan Farm Stallion, and last year's 2-year-old male champion, Shanghai Bobby. As for the upcoming Preakness, we recall what Bob Baffert said a few years ago: if you win the Derby, you should win the Preakness because you are in form, and Orb certainly looks to be in form. The others, coming from the Derby, will have to find a way to pick up a couple of lengths in 2 weeks' time. Dwayne Lucas's 2 runners should run big again. Oxbow ran huge in the Derby, as being one of the few that were up on the pace to stick around. And Will Take Charge, who was running with Orb on the turn, but was stopped cold when he ran up behind a tiring Verrazano at the head of the lane. Now, hats off to Claiborne Farm for sending out Departing in the Preakness to challenge Orb, who is owned by one of their long-standing clients. That's true sportsmanship and what makes this game so great. I'd like to thank EquiAid for their sponsorship of After the Wire, and I'd like to thank you for watching.